From watching the trial, several people probably already know that both teams employed one strategy or the other, but what you definitely missed was the Joker card Camille Vasquez pulled during the last hours of the trial, and I have to say, that's probably one of the major reasons they were able to win by a landslide. So, exactly what was this model Johnny's team applied and why was it so effective? If you've been paying attention to the case and the media right from when it started up till now, you'd know that things have actually followed a specific sequence, especially on Depp's side of the fence. Well, there wasn't a coincidence, as the actor's team actually had a model they were working with at the time, and that model managed to pay off a lot more than they probably thought. If you watched the trial, specifically around the time it was coming to an end, you probably have noticed that Depp's team actually got a lot more time to tell their side of the story than Amber's side. Now, if you don't completely understand how the legal system works, that might have come off to you as unfair, but it is actually a strategy that all the lawyers are aware of, and the specifics of that strategy just got revealed to the world. The case, which kicked off April 11th in Fairfax, went to the jury Friday afternoon. While Depp's side has painted the case as being about getting his life and reputation back, Heard's side has argued that it's a First Amendment case about the right to tell one's own story. Heard's attorney Benjamin Rottenborn led off the defendant's closing arguments by warning the jurors about the message they would be sending to victims of domestic abuse if they found in Depp's favor. Rottenborn called the case victim blaming at its most disgusting. He also replayed the notorious video of Depp wandering around a kitchen, slamming cabinet doors, pouring himself a large glass of wine, and getting angry when he realized Heard was recording his actions. Now, you would think after seeing all of this that it was all part of a well-thought-out strategy, when it was in fact the opposite. Not only did Amber's side not have a plan, but they actually based their closing arguments on painting Depp as a bad person as opposed to presenting facts. And this was why Johnny's team strategy was able to work perfectly. Well, that same strategy has finally been revealed to the world, and I have to say, Camille and the team are either very smart, or they had already seen their win from a mile away. The revelation was made after a video of a professional giving an overview of things related to the case went viral on TikTok. If you watched the trial, all of that was probably familiar to you, but what you didn't know is that it was their plan from the start. Because if you paid attention during their closing arguments, you would have noticed that Elaine actually only got 6 minutes of rebuttal time as opposed to Camille's 30 minutes. Well, that's exactly what happens when you venture out of the main subject matter to try to paint someone into a bad person to the jury. After watching the video, it didn't take long for people to start connecting the dots on why things actually turned out the way they did in this whole case. One user wrote, "I really cannot help myself for watching H get served by Camille Vasquez. I could watch that over and over. Sweet, sweet justice to Johnny Depp, as is well deserved." Another user who seemed worried about all the attention the lawyer is getting wrote, "I hope Camille Vasquez always stays in her profession and the limelight doesn't sweep her away from law. People need her as she is. I am sure she will remain in her profession, but the temptation sometimes can almost be hard to resist. Camille Vasquez, the whole team is awesome. I can't really say if having a strategy was made easier for them because Johnny was telling the truth. But whatever the case, all of their plans sure did work perfectly, and it is probably in the same light that they will destroy Amber at the appeal level. But who knows? We'll see how things will play out. Tell us what you think about this strategy Depp's team used.